And good morning. We're here for Flow 30. We're going to do a really nice flowing sequence that's going to have some good strength work in it, as well as some hip specific exercises. Let's get started. We're going to come all the way down onto the floor to begin and onto your back. So once you're all the way down onto the floor, let's just take a moment to pause. Your knees can be bent with your feet on the ground, or you could stretch your legs out. Arms out away from the shoulders, palms facing up if that's comfortable to your shoulders. And if you need to flip the palms down, that's okay too. Otherwise, if you're able to flip the palms up, then that does help to position the shoulders so we can open the shoulder joints a little, draw the shoulder blades down the back, and even wiggle the shoulder blades a little. You'll notice it just as you turn the palms up toward the ceiling and draw the shoulder blades down, that it really does start to create some spaciousness in those shoulder joints. And then as you're ready, we take this moment to breathe slowly and deeply and with intention. Notice mind and body coming together. Meaning that we're drawing the attention to this present moment and into our bodies and less on our thinking. And if you haven't already done so, bend up your knees with your feet on the ground and feet wide apart as we begin to gently move the knees from side to side. Getting this nice beginning motion happening for the hips and the low back. And then back to center. Walk the feet in, wrap the hands around the knees and pull your knees in towards your chest. If this is uncomfortable at all, then just simply widen out the knees. And if you pull the knees more toward the shoulders, that gives you more room to do this position. Otherwise, if your back feels okay, the knees are closer together, and we pull the knees in. Extend the feet straight up toward the ceiling. Hold on to the backs of the legs. Pull the toes down. Start to create a stretch in the backs of your legs. Long, slow breathing. Feet up above the heart helps to create blood flow and stimulation, especially as we start to circle the feet. So start to make your ankle movements, circles in both directions, side to side, pointing and flexing. And then hold your legs and your feet in place, point the toes toward the ceiling. Now you're welcome to bend the knees here slightly or keep the legs completely straight, your choice. Bring the arms out onto the ground, push the low back into the floor, activate your leg muscles and slowly lower your legs down, either bent legs or straight, nice and slow, all the way down to the ground. Once your legs have touched the floor, sweep the arms behind the head, full body stretch out. Lengthen as much as you can. And then raise the hands straight toward the ceiling. Bend up your knees so your feet are on the ground. And now lift your feet off the ground. Your hands are still facing or pointing, rather, your fingers pointing toward the ceiling. Your feet are now off the ground. We're going to extend the feet up toward the ceiling. So now your fingers and your toes are all pointing up toward the ceiling. Now you're going to make this either easier or harder by how much you bend the elbows and the knees. So you make this easier by putting a lot of elbow and knee bend, or harder, elbows and knees stay straight. The arms go behind the head as the legs come forward and down to the ground. Either bent or straight, lift it back up. Bent or straight, lower down, and lift up. So find what works for you. Make sure the low back is staying into the ground. Bent legs are straight. Keep going. Now find your breathing. Coordinate the movement with your breath so the movement is slow. Your breath is long. Let's try for 3 more. If you're starting to get tired, bend the knees and elbows more. And 1 more. Good. Bend the knees and land the feet onto the ground. Breath in and breath out. Straighten out your legs. And actually, let's do this. Bend the knees and just lift yourself to upright position. So we'll start this next one from this upright seated position with your legs extended out in front. Now, just take a very small forward fold, just a couple of inches forward, and then start to slide the hands back up the legs, and you're going to round the spine, and you can catch yourself with your elbows on the ground like I've done here if you need to, and you're going to get yourself all the way back down to the ground. Now push yourself back up either with the elbows or without the elbows, and once again reach slightly toward the ankles and start to repeat this. So if you need the elbows to help you, you do that. If you don't need the elbows to help, they stay off the ground. So coming back up, again, use the elbows or not. Reach toward the ankles. Keep going. So this is a rounded back, tucked chin position or movement. And you're giving yourself just as much help with your arms as you need. And let's go for 2 more. And 1 more. Once you've come all the way back up, cross your feet in front. Widen your feet away from each other as best as you can. And then wiggle on the sit bone, side to side, or pick a sit bone up off the ground, right and left. Move it side to side. Then fold forward just enough to feel a little stretch and lift back up. Grab onto the shin, the front shin, or whatever works for you. And then lift your chin and chest, look up. And then as you exhale, you can change your hand hold if you want. Forward fold back down. Again, come up. So you're grabbing onto the shin to help give you some leverage so you can really arc the spine. If you don't hold on to something, this is difficult. So lift your chin and chest, go way up, and then round it down, forward fold. Again, rise up, and the forward fold. Now switch the other foot in front and keep right on going. Lift up and fold. Again. Really get full extension as you lift up. Draw the shoulder blades back. Your arms are lengthened, the belly pulled in. Go up and up and up. Good. And 1 more. Really find this lift. Use your belly, use your hips, go up high, and then forward fold. Now from here, roll over the ankles and the knees and come into your tabletop position. Once you're in tabletop, walk the knees close together, reach the right leg back. Toes on the ground, push back into calf stretch. Lift the foot off the ground, bend the knee, right hip circles, big circles, 3, 2, 1, reverse direction. And then right foot back to the ground, extended back behind again. So back to we're on the same side, same leg. Push back, calf stretch. Lift the foot off the ground. This time, bend and straighten at the knee. So your heel comes towards your bottom. Try to keep the leg lifted, so don't let it lower below the level of the hip. 3, 2, and 1. Knee to the ground. Left leg back, toes on the ground, push back into calf stretch. And then lift the foot off the ground, bend the knee, giant left hip circles. 3, 2, 1, reverse. 3, 2, and 1. Extend the leg back, toes on the ground once again, same side. Push back into calf stretch. Lift the foot off the ground, bend and straighten at the knee. Try to keep your leg lifted to hip height. And release, knee back to the ground. Tabletop position, widen your knees to hip width apart and round the spine and arc the spine. Round and arc. Good. Release, elbows down onto the ground. Separate your hands so your palms are facing into the ground. Now from here, draw the shoulder blades down the back and push your hands into the ground as best as you can. Now for many of us, the elbows are going to be a little wider than the hands, and that's okay if you need to for the shoulders. But otherwise, see if you can walk the elbows in just a touch. Ideally, your forearms would be basically parallel to each other. Now from here, reach the right leg straight back, toes down onto the ground. Hold steady. You're welcome to stay here, or if you'd like more challenge, lift your left knee straight up off the ground and hold. Your bottom's going to go up just a little higher to allow for the knee to lift. Hold one breath and release, both knees back to the ground. Left leg back, toes on the ground. Push those hands into the floor. And then either stay here or see if you can get the right knee to lift off the ground. Your bottom's going to go up just a touch more. Really try to give the knee a lift. Hold strong. And release. Both knees back to the ground. Lift your hands back up onto your hands. Tabletop position. This time, push the feet into the ground. Try to keep your hips centered. So you're going to look around the right shoulder. Don't let your hips shift to the left. Look around your left shoulder. Keep the hips centered. Back to the right and over to the left. And back to center. Right leg back, toes on the ground. Push the toes into the floor. Look around your left shoulder. Back to center. Switch legs. Left leg back. Look around your right shoulder. Back to center. Do it one more time. Right leg back. Look to the left. Switch sides. And back to center. Tabletop position. Lift your hands off the ground, upright kneeling position. Shake out your wrist. Raise the hands up overhead. Contract your glutes. Push your feet into the ground. Arc the spine, look up. Full extension of the spine. Keep the glutes contracted as you lean back another inch if you're able to. Now take a full long inhale. Exhale, sweep the arms behind the back. Tuck the chin, crown of the head to the floor, all the way down. All the way down. Now, once your crown of your head is to the floor, roll a little more toward the back side of your head. So you're just going to roll slightly more toward the back of your head. Now you're going to roll the opposite direction. So now roll away and lift up. Raise the arms up and lower the arms down by your sides. As I was giving you those cues, I recognized that that probably didn't make sense. So quick visual, before you do the next one, just take a quick look. When you're down here, I want you to roll toward the back of the head so you can see this little rolling action. I'm actually just rounding the back a little more. To come out of this, I have to roll back the other way so my bottom goes toward the heels a little. That helps me to lift up. Okay, so you're going to roll one way as you go down. You'll roll the opposite way to come back up. So let's repeat the whole thing. Arms up. Contract the glutes, arc the spine, full stretch. Really reach like you're going to touch your ceiling. Deep breath in. And then release. Sweep the arms behind. Crown of the head to the floor. You're tucking the chin. Now roll toward the back of your head to increase the rounding. Then you're going to roll back a little and push all the way up. We're going to repeat it one more time. Arc, arms back, full stretch, squeeze your glutes. Lower down. And push it up. Reach and down. Hands to the floor. Good. As you guys probably know, if there's any reason for eye issues, blood pressure issues, if it's not good for you to have your head below your heart, you're modifying. I'm assuming you know that. Make your own modifications if you need to. Just don't lower your head below your heart, okay? Otherwise, if you're okay with this, hands on the ground, your hands are going to be quite wide this time. If I give you this angle, notice how wide my hands are, a little outside of the shoulders even. Then we drop the head down and see if you can feel like you have a triangle between your hands and your head. So if you haven't already done that, go ahead. Your hands are wide. The crown of the head is to the floor. Now think about your hands and your head forming a triangle. Curl the toes under, either stay here or lift the knees off the ground. Hold, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees, lift the head, raise the hands up overhead. Lower the arms down. Now, if you did that or started to do that and thought that's not a good idea for me, just skip it. Just stay in tabletop. Do some cow-cat stretches. If you felt okay about it, we'll repeat it. Hands wide, crown of the head to the floor. Push the hands into the ground, lift the knees off the ground. Hold. Breathe. And release. Knees down, lift the head, reach the arms up high. Lower down. Roll the shoulders. Move your head and neck around. Find some freedom of movement. So we're weight bearing into that neck, not the whole thing. You're supporting yourself with your hands as well. If you want to do it one more time and you want to keep your head slightly hovering off the ground, you could try that option. Third and final time, hands down, lower your head. So you can keep your head completely off the ground if you want, and obviously your knees are going to stay on the ground. Or if you want the full one, the head is on the ground, lift the knees up. Hold, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down, lift your head, raise the arms up. Deep breath. Lower the arms down. Once again, roll the shoulders, move the head and neck around. All right, everybody, nicely done. A little experiment there, a couple little different fun things to play with. We're going to go into a very, very familiar pose. I'm going to walk you through a couple things I want you to experience with this pose. It's downward facing dog. Before you jump into this, I'm going to give you a 30-second demo of what I want you to do. So take a look up here. Hands are on the ground, toes are curled under. You're going to lift the knees up with the knees still bent. So it looks like a squat. Now watch how I move my weight toward my legs. My arms are lengthening. My head is dropped. So let your head completely relax. Now, I'm not going to do this. Watch what I'm not going to do. I'm not shifting my weight toward my hands. So I keep myself back toward my legs. I'm going to try straightening my legs an inch or two, but I'm not moving into my hands. Okay? So let's give it a try. So start in tabletop with your toes curled under. You're going to lift the knees up with the knees still bent. Now push back. It feels like a squat. Your arms should feel like they're lengthening. Your hands are gripping the mat. Now start to straighten your legs a little. Feel a deep stretch. No more weight toward the hands. Hold. Breathe. And release. Knees to the ground. Raise the hands up. Full stretch, contract the glutes, arc the spine, reach back. And release. Twice more, hands to the ground. Curl the toes under. Lift the knees with the knees still bent. Push back into a squat. Move the legs towards straight. Don't shift your weight towards your hands. Lower the knees. Point the toes back. Raise the hands up high. Arc the spine. And release. Last one. Hands down. Knees lift. Push back. Now your legs may not go all the way straight, right? They may just straighten just a little bit. If that gives you a stretch, just stay there, hold. And release. Knees to the ground. Raise the hands up overhead. Stretch it out. Lower the arms down. Good, everyone. Roll the shoulders. Move it around. And come into downward dog. We're going to come to standing. You can do that through downward dog if you're able to. If you're not able to do that, just go ahead and come up to standing. Otherwise, downward dog. Walk your feet forward. Get onto your feet. And come all the way to standing. Reach up high. And lower the arms down. All right, everybody. Very, very nicely done. Roll the shoulders. Get some movement going here. All right. We are going to jump right into a balancing, hip strengthening exercise. For many of us, using the wall is going to be a great idea. You just need one hand on the wall. That's going to look like this. You just hold on to the wall there. But you don't have to. If you'd like to just challenge your balance, you may notice differences from side to side. I certainly do. So we're going to start with the left leg staying down. Both knees bend. The right foot lifts off the ground. Now, see if you can bend the support leg and then straighten the support leg. The knee comes forward a little. Now, if that didn't work for you, again, you can hold on, or it's okay as you come up just to let the toe tap the floor. So if you can keep the foot up, fine. If it needs to tap down, that's fine. So we're just going to repeat that several times. Bend the support leg, and then support leg goes straight, the opposite knee comes forward. Bend, straighten. Bend, straighten. Keep going. Play with it. Touch the toes down as often as you need to. Hold on to the wall if you need to. If you're cruising through it, bend the knee a little more. Lift the knee a little higher. Keep going. Really giving that hip a workout. Watching the balance. Try for 3 more. All right. Take a rest. Shake out those legs. Let's switch to the other side. Again, you may have dramatic differences from side to side. I know I do. I'm going to be putting my foot down a lot more with this weak left ankle. So if you have a similar situation, no problem. Just give yourself what you need to do the exercise. Support leg bends and then straightens. Knee comes in front. Arms out to the sides can help. Keep breathing. Try for 5 more. All right. Very good. Those single leg exercises are very revealing, and that's okay. That really helps to bring things into balance. We don't have to do more to one side than the other. You can if you want to try to equal things out. But honestly, just doing the same number to both sides, eventually we start to catch a weaker side up eventually, but it does get stronger when we do this technique. So valuable for us. Okay. Let's take the legs wide, straddle, arms by your sides, breathing in and reach the arms up high. Look all the way up to the hands, full stretch. Look forward, slide the hands down the outsides of your legs. Take a straight spine, forward fold, coming down about halfway. Chin is tucked. And push yourself back up. Raise it up. Lower the arms down halfway. Turn the right foot. Lean over the right leg. Lift up. Square the foot. Left foot turns. Lean. Lift up. Square the foot. Raise the arms up high. Lower the arms down to the legs. Lower halfway down. Feel the stretch in the backs of your legs. Rise up. Arms up halfway. Turn the right foot. Lean. Switch sides. Square the foot one more time through. Arms up high. Lower the hands to the outsides of the legs, halfway down. Rising back up. Arms up. Halfway down. Turn right. And left. Back to center. This time, hands come onto the sides of the legs again, but just let your knees soften. And you can bring the hands onto the knees and keep your head up if you want to. Or you can just go all the way down, letting your back round, your head drop. And taking your time, lift yourself back up, reach up high. Lower the arms down and heel toe the feet in, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, feet all the way in. Sides of the big toes touch, shoulders pulled back, arms by your sides. If this feels a little too wobbly, separate your feet a couple of inches. Lift your chin and chest, pull your head back over the shoulders. There's a sense of lift through the chest and broadness in the collarbones. Look to the right. Look to the left. Back to center. Look up. Look down. Back to center. Either repeat that, or for more challenge, right foot crosses over, feet are crossed, shoulders back. Lower down, keeping the legs relatively straight, reach toward the ankles. Rise back up, reach the arms up. Look forward or look up to the hands, find your balance. Lower the arms down, uncross, switch the other foot over, or feet parallel. Lower down, reach to the ankles. Rising back up. Arms up high. Look forward or look up. Lower the arms down. Uncross the feet. Set the shoulders. Eyes closed. Feel your feet into the ground. Feel a slow exhale. Feel the facial muscles relaxing. Feel or imagine the heart rate slowing down. Let your eyes softly blink back to open, but notice this calmness and stillness within. All right, everybody, we are all done with our flow for today. So glad you joined me. Hope you loved that class, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Good job staying ahead today. Take care, everybody, and bye for now.